How's it hanging, YouTube? This is King of Feral Imps, and I happened to see this at the store today. I think this is pretty early as opposed to other ones, so I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get it, and I'm going to go ahead and build it here, take a look at it, and maybe review it. And what is it? Storm Beast it is, so just going to go ahead and get right started. So now that he's all built, we can go ahead and take a look at him. I've had a chance to, just kind of mess around with it. And I will say, the build itself was pretty interesting. And the look of it is kind of neat. Let me see, I remember getting the first looks. I, as well as some other people, thought that using the foot as a hand was an odd thing. And I mean, like, it's alright because looking at it, it actually kind of does look like a full-fledged hand. It's pretty solid, and I mean, I thought this would be, like, not as solid of a build, but it works. I like how it has a bit of flexibility too. The actual arms though are probably the problem because they're kind of, well, I mean, they're long, but they're kind of stubby, and they do have some good posability though, like for that and that. And okay, let me show you this weird mechanism here. So on the back, this is what it has these pieces, which I really do not know if these are new or anything, because I don't follow up with Technic as much, but basically these little ball joints, like the ones we use here. Well, I mean, if we have these, and we've had to have had these, this is what it uses. It's all in the tail to move the arms. So it's pretty much some interesting puppetry. You got to move it a certain way to get that arm to move, and then, sorry, another way to get that arm to move, and where was it? Something like that. But some interesting puppetry, to say the least. You do have to get the hang of it though, because there, basically you pull down the one you want to move, and it's interesting. It does kind of give some neat posability and some interesting play if you're interested in that. It is a weird-ish feature, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cool because quite a bit of stuff went into that to make this puppetry work. It's some interesting puppetry. Let's see, if you want to see the build of the head, I can show you right there. That's what it looks like. It's this head, but we get it in a neon green, so that's cool, and the eye stalk does move. This is how the jaw is attached. So, putting the mask on. Did it click? Yeah, putting the mask on. A little hit, uppercut to the jaw will knock the mask right off. And, the mask, it looks kind of neat. Looks real frog-like, though. I will say, I don't think that, like, as far as it looks like from the side, the jaw fits, and it looks like the jaw to the mouth, or to the creature. But here, like from the front, it doesn't really look. It looks like this is a beard or some armor or necklace. Let's see, this piece, the torso piece, I will say I'm getting sick of seeing this for villains, because it was introduced with the skull characters, the skull guys, and then we saw it again in Umarak, and I'm like, this is getting old. And then here in the beasts, it's old. Again, the leg construction is interesting. Some, of course, good posability, like your basic articulation and stuff. But it's curved back, like you would see like a beast like this. Overall, I think it looks pretty cool. It's odd though. Okay, so these arms are weird just because, they, like, I guess if this is supposed to be the elbow, he's got a really short forearm because that's practically his hand. So, I'd count him as not having an, oh shoot, I gotta find that. I'd count him as not having an elbow, because seeing that this is the hand and then this is the shoulder. And so, yeah, I mean, you could, but then again, I guess maybe you could have used a shorter arm piece and given him elbow for more articulation. I gotta go ahead and get that finger. But overall, it's cool. I mean, again, the hand, or the feet hands, don't look as bad. The tail is kind of neat. It's got the thing to grab the mask, which looks really cool, which I'll grab the mask in a bit. But mostly the point of the tail is for the puppetry of the arms. But overall, like, I think it's fine. It's cool to see, like, this is something new, but it's slightly underwhelming. Of course, him being one of the shorter ones, and sorry, let me get that finger. I'll attach that later. But of course, one of the main reasons is for the mask, the different mask of ice. I guess, because they don't really have Konohi names. But let me go ahead and grab Kopaka Uniter, and we'll see how that looks on him. So here is Kopaka Uniter, and I mean, it looks alright. I kind of like how it looks. Like, I think it looks a little better than the golden mask, but and rather than seeing the gray, you know, just rather than seeing white and then meld into like a gray or a silver in the regular mask, it's cool. It's some vibrant colors, but it doesn't really go with Kopaka. I mean, at least it kind of matches the gold here because, you know, the gold melding into a blue, it's kind of greenish, but and it almost looks kind of goldish, but it really does stand out. I mean, of course, you know, it is kind of meant to be like captured and changed and whatever by the Storm Beast, but you know, overall, I think Storm Beast looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, I'll say he's a tad underwhelming, you know, like, I guess compared to Umarak the Hunter and then later Umarak the Destroyer, which, by the way, that's out now, so you can go ahead and find these at Toys R Us. That's where I found them. But I mean, you know, I always get the one, I always at least get the Toa of Ice, and then, you know, whatever villain kind of goes along with it, so I could get the masks. And I don't know, this one, as well as Skull Warrior, I feel like they were a little underwhelming, kind of compared to the other ones, but I mean, they're still solid. I need to check out the other beast to see how this holds up to it. But I mean, this is cool. It's new, but I don't know, it could have been bigger, could have been better. Like I said, a lot of the construction was weird. I think the arms and hands, maybe they could have done better. I mean, it's still some construction. I think this is really neat, though, with the tail and the arms, that sort of puppetry. And I'll say with the creatures overall, all of them, the mask and the jaw, I'm pretty disappointed. And then again, the skeletal ribcage and anything. But what do you think? What do you think of it? What have you seen from this video that maybe it can inform you? What do you think of this video? If you happen to have any of them, let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you get any of the other beasts, or did you get Umarak the Destroyer? Because that one looks like a big, intimidating set again, just like Umarak, but bigger and scarier. Anyway, just let me know down in the comments, and we can have an interesting discussion about it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content, remember to subscribe and also leave a like to show your support. This has been King of Pharaoh Imps. Have a nice day. You know, I'd count him as not having it. Oh shoot.